Alright, this is basically another rework of Red and Blue to add to the list of reworks of Red and Blue. However, there are more changes to this game than any other. I mean, I would really hope that's the case because it is on the most advanced system out of any of the others. But we also get a few tweaks to the story. Yeah, we still have to go through the 8 gym challenges and face Team Rocket and the Elite Four all the same way we have in previous generations. A big difference here, though, is that we will occasionally get some cameo appearances from series regulars along with a new rival that has a completely different personality than the one we faced in the original game, who I will always say was actually a well-meaning, if misunderstood, guy who sadly lost Eradicate. RIP Hyperfang. And I will die on that hill. I don't care. I will die on it. But before I start a Pokemon war, let's go ahead and jump into discussing gameplay. What we get gameplay-wise is both new and old. Yes, we get our trainer battles in the same formula that Gen 1 gave us, but all the moves have the right typing, thank God, because no Gust is not a normal type move. It's just not. Also, there are no Gen 1 misses as far as I'm aware. What is extraordinarily different though is the wild Pokemon encounters. We don't battle them. The game title, Let's Go, pulls in Niantic's Pokemon Go players, and even its capture system. When you catch a Pokemon in the wild or defeat an enemy trainer's Pokemon in battle, your battling Pokemon will get a larger chunk of XP for battles, but every other Pokemon gets some experience points as well. So grinding for levels happens much quicker. Kind of. It feels like the XP gains were much smaller due to this forced split, which is understandable. However, if you catch a lot of the same Pokemon in a row, you get something called a combo bonus and gain extra experience points, while also increasing your chances of finding a rare Pokemon like Chansey, or even a shiny Pokemon of that kind that you're currently getting the combo of. So, shiny hunters will likely end up with a level 100 team pretty quickly. Just saying, yes, I'm speaking from experience. There were a few other small changes made, like we can no longer press B to run and we no longer get the bike. Instead, you can have Pokemon walk with you at your side other than your Pikachu and Eevee, depending on which version of the game you chose. And some of these Pokemon are even rideable depending on how big they are. I spent a good portion of my second playthrough of this game dashing around on my Arcanine because she was super quick, but also it's just a lot of fun to do. Now let's have a brief discussion about the looks of this game. It is absolutely stunning. I mean, right from the opening sequence where Pikachu was being their adorable little self, you know this is not like any other Pokemon game in looks or feel. While it certainly has a similar art style, it feels like it built on what was already there from the groundwork that the series has laid down, and it brings it to a new height. This game is great for newcomers to the series because it's actually very easy. Veterans, however, will feel like they're being babied. I mean, to get into the gyms, you actually need to fulfill certain criteria. Like for Brock, you need to have a grass or another type of Pokemon to show the announcer person at the front of the gym to make sure you actually have a type advantage. They will hold your hand quite a bit throughout the game like this. But other gyms, like Erica's, just ask that you have a cute, and I put that in quotes, kind of Pokemon. So at least they don't really force that type advantage stipulation on every single gym. A second big challenge of playing any Pokemon game, especially for the completionists, is to finish the Pokedex. This usually means grinding out levels to evolve your Pokemon, trading with someone who has the other version of the game to get the ones not in your version, and so on. Not to mention evolutions that only occur in trades. Well, you can still do all that in this version. Or you could just go to the Safari Zone. In this version, they changed it up quite a bit. Rather than the Safari Zone we know and love, they made it so you can link your Pokemon Go account to your Switch and transfer Pokemon from Pokemon Go to Let's Go. Not a terrible idea, but it makes filling the Pokedex a lot easier. Plus, for my first account, I was able to send a lot of my spare shiny legendaries and other special Pokemon from Gen 1, like Moltres and other Pokemon Go Community Day events, into my Let's Go game. And they all ended up spawning in at level 20, so I guess that's just a stipulation that they put for the Pokemon Go Pokemon. And yes, you could just ignore the Safari Zone if you wanted the true completion experience, but you'll always know that it's there. Ooh. On a scale from Ghastly to Gengar, how did I do? Now let's break down the pros and cons. Pro number 1. This game absolutely breathes new life into a classic. It gives characters a lot more personality, and your first Pokemon partner is just adorable with their cutscenes that will melt your heart. Pro number 2. is shiny hunting. In the original games, I always felt like it was never really worth it to try and find a shiny Pokemon. But with the Let's Go games, not only do they streamline the process, they make it worthwhile for the other processes too, making it level your other Pokemon as you increase your catch combo, and even give you a special candy when you eventually transfer all these spare Pokemon to Professor Oak, and these candies will actually increase the IVs of a particular Pokemon of your choice. So you can absolutely just chill out and shiny hunt without feeling like you're not being productive in the game. Pro number 3 absolutely needs to be secret techniques. I know a lot of people felt like forcing a Pokemon to learn an HM in any game could be a huge downer. That, or they would designate a Pokemon to be their HM Pokemon, so they would have a combat-ready team. While the moves that used to be HMs are still present in these games as a TM, they don't actually have overworld functions anymore. Instead, you get story progression-based secret techniques your starter Pokemon learns that act as the necessary HMs, without taking up a move slot for combat. So you no longer need to worry about this little hang up. Now let's go into our fourth and final pro, that is story rewrites. Anyone thinking, okay, it's just Gen 1 story all over again, I'm gonna pass on this game, maybe rethink that. While the main bulk of the story is the same, we do get a few surprise cameos and additional cutscenes that change how you might see some of your old favorite characters. Now, I'm not gonna give away any spoilers here, but you might actually really want to go into this game and see what surprises are in store. Okay, we've talked about the pros, we've gone into the background, now you know I need to bring up the cons of the game. Now, con number 1 for me absolutely needs to be trainer battles. They no longer feel necessary to progress unless it's either Team Rocket or in a gym. I found myself dodging around a lot of the trainers if I could because I knew it would be faster to get to the next town. I've played through the game before and completed it, so with this playthrough, I was really just trying to get more interesting footage for you all rather than more and more random trainer battles. With all of that in mind, it really just showed me how unnecessary the other trainers were to this game. They were just there because it is a world of Pokemon trainers rather than an actual obstacle for you to overcome. And now con number 2 is actually going to have to be the Safari Zone. I was genuinely let down I could not explore the Safari Zone with updated graphics in this game. I understand why they took the path that they did and why they wanted to tie Pokemon Go into something of a main series game, but I was personally a little disappointed. Now, this game is still being sold at $59.99 by Nintendo, which I think is a bit outrageous considering it's been out for as long as it has, but we all know Nintendo likes to bring home the bacon with Pokemon, so I don't see that changing anytime soon. That said, I do also think that it's solidly worth that price. And who knows, I'm releasing this video a bit before Black Friday and all kinds of holidays, so maybe it'll go on sale sometime soon. But with everything considered, the good, the not so good, the absolutely adorable, this game has absolutely earned an 8.5 out of 10. But that is all for today. Thank you all so much for stopping by and sharing your valuable time here with me. Feel free to like this video, share it out, comment down below what you thought about it, and if you're new here, feel free to subscribe. I hope that you're having a fantastic, amazing, wonderful day because you are fantastic, amazing, wonderful people. I love each and every single one of you, and I'll talk to you all again soon. See ya.